everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a little get to know me because I realised I've literally done posted two videos and I still haven't said anything about myself. Obviously I'm not going to say too much because it is the internet, but I'm just going to answer like little questions and stuff like that. So obviously we'll start with the basic stuff. My name's Olivia. I have literally been wanting to do YouTube since I was young. Like, I think I had a channel when I was 6 and I just made random little videos, and then my mum forced my sister to delete it, and then I was really sad, so I literally begged and begged for a YouTube channel when I was young. And then obviously in the recent years I've been allowed to just do stuff that I want to do, and so I've decided to make a YouTube channel. I do a lot of hobbies, so I do dance, musical theatre, acting and singing, obviously part of it. And so yeah, my schedule is very busy but very, very fun, and I'm enjoying every second. I'm hoping to do musical theatre when I'm older as a job, because yeah, I love musicals so much, and I kind of knew that I wanted to do that since I was, I think, 9 when I went to see Wicked in the West End. Obviously I've seen a lot of shows since then because musicals are my life, but I also do like other things such as like rock music, stuff like that, pop music, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, my favourite drink is Dr. Pepper. Saying that because I'm thirsty right now. Yeah, and I like a lot of girly things like makeup, skincare, cute outfits. I'm obsessed. Like, I think it's my favourite thing ever in the world. So I'm just gonna find some like Q&A trivia kind of questions, so you guys get to know me based on these. And if you have any questions you want to ask me, feel free to put them in the comments. Okay, so the first question is just basic. What's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is blue. I wear blue all the time, but I also really love pink. Like, in the start of last year, I tried making my room like pink and white themed. That kind of did work, like as you can see back there, but it has also kind of gone out the window. I'm just putting things in my room that I want to, like, that I like. But my overall favourite colour is blue, more specifically like a dark navy blue. I'd say I love that colour so much, and I'm wearing it on my bottoms right now. Good thing you can't see it because my outfit don't match. Okay. Also similar to that one, what's your favourite food? My favourite food is like chicken. I'd say different types of chicken, which is obviously probably not the girliest answer ever, but who cares, it's my favourite food ever. Chicken strips, I think, are my favourite type of chicken, but there's so many other different chicken that you could pick from, like chicken nuggets, southern fried chicken, you know, chicken Kiev. I've never had one of those, but I'd probably like it if I tried it. Yeah, that is my favourite food. Where have you travelled? The places I've travelled, I'm really grateful to have been. So when I was 2, which I actually don't remember this, but I went to Mallorca for a summer holiday with my family. And then I think the next time I travelled was in 2024, last year, and I went to the Netherlands with some of my dance friends to do like this global dance competition. So yeah, that was really fun. We came third. We did one dance and we came third. So yeah, that was really fun. It's actually a really beautiful country. We went to just like this small town village type thing, but also we did visit Amsterdam, which, as beautiful as it was, it did smell like everywhere. But that was fine. I think like a month later we then went to Tenerife. That was literally, I think, my favourite holiday I've ever been on. It was so fun. It was so hot and so sunny, and this one actually was just for like pleasure. Like, we went there to just enjoy ourselves and relax rather than doing dance and stuff like that. So that was incredibly fun. I love it there, and I'd literally do anything to go back. And then this summer in 2025 we went to Crete. It was really gorgeous. Not my favorite one we've been on, but it was so nice. It was so hot. The weather was really nice, mainly for the last couple of days. I remember the first couple of days we were there, it was kind of like cooler, but it was still really hot, and I got a nice tan. And I can't remember how many times we went in that pool. It was so fun. And then also one that I forgot to mention was when I went to Disneyland Paris. I went when I was 9 and then again when I was 14. Both times to actually dance. And both of the times I've got so many memories to literally take from it. And it was a really fun time and really wholesome as well. I kind of do want to just go back to Disneyland just with my family, just for fun, because it's amazing there. If you haven't been, I definitely recommend putting that on a bucket list. Like, it's really fun. The next question is, what is your most prized possession? So as I mentioned before, I love musicals. And I think my most prized possessions are all the things that I've got from musicals. Literally tiny things that just hold so much, like, meaning in my heart, I guess. Bit sappy, but, you know. So I think the first one would be when I went to Newsies. I picked up... So they threw out newspapers into the audience before the interval, sorry. And I didn't get thrown one, but then when I went down the stairs, I ended up getting to pick up one. It was like half a sheet of paper, newspaper from it, and I'll forever treasure that. And then also my musical theatre bookmarks. My favourite one is my Newsies bookmark, because Newsies is one of my favourite musicals. And so the fact that I had a bookmark of it, because I love to read, it's like one of my favourite things ever. It was just so nice. It was like both of my worlds colliding. And then I think my last like prized possession would be my keys, because my key rings, so cute. I've done like a little musical kind of collection from different musicals that I've seen. So I've got one for Newsies, which is my favourite musical. My other favourite musical, which is Oliver, I got a keychain from there, which I'm actually going to see for the 3rd time in February, so I'm really grateful for that. And then also one from Cinderella, which was the musical. I know it was quite a controversial musical, but Andrew Lloyd Webber's Cinderella, Bad Cinderella, literally, I was obsessed with that for so long, and it was such a shame the way it ended. Like, I actually feel so bad for the actors, but I watched that one 3 times and I was so obsessed with it. Got a key ring, good to go. Okay, the next question is, what's on your bucket list? I mainly have travelling things on my bucket list, not gonna lie. So it's kind of just things like go to Disneyland Paris for the week, as I mentioned earlier, just with my family for fun. As much as I love dancing there, it was kind of like stressful in my head, and I was always worrying about the dance rather than like fully enjoying myself. I was enjoying myself, but I wasn't like fully, relaxing. I think also going to the Cotswolds for like a weekend away, I think that would be so cute, especially in like autumn, because I did that in Oxford once and I loved it, and I'd love to do that again in the Cotswolds. It would obviously be kind of expensive and busy around that time, but I don't even care. Like, get me there. I also would love to go to like Paris for the weekend. I think like on one of my birthdays. One year I might do this. It would be cute to just like go shopping, see the sights, go to museums, stuff like that. It would be adorable, because obviously I've been to like Disney, but I've never actually been in Paris, like the actual city. So yeah, I definitely go there as well. And I think that's about it, to be honest. I definitely need to get some more non-traveling bucket list things. But for now, that's all I have. So yeah. What skill would you most like to learn? I would love to be able to speak different languages, like So I obviously speak English. That's my first language. I've grown up in England, so yeah. But then I decided to do French for my early entry GCSE, because we can do 2 GCSEs in year 10, which I did. One of them was French, and I did pass that with a 6, which is like a B. And yeah, so I can speak tiny bits of French. But obviously it's been a while, don't really remember much of it. But then now I am learning Italian on Duolingo, because I feel like Italian's just one of the most beautiful languages that there is. I love it. So I've been, doing Duolingo lessons for Italian. So hopefully at the end of the year I'll be fluent. I won't be. Okay, so this one's like a bit of a weirder question. It's, aside from necessities, what's one thing that you could not go without? That is a really good one, to be fair. I'd say Dr. Pepper. I drink tons of this a day, which is probably not good. If my dentist or my doctors are listening, ignore that I said that. I love Dr. Pepper. I'm literally staring at my Dr. Pepper phone case right now. I'm obsessed with it. I do love Dr. Pepper. I'm so excited to have Dr. Pepper all the time, even though I have it all the time. I'm obsessed with it, and it's my favourite drink. Like, you cannot get better than Dr. Pepper. It is the best drink known to man. The zero one, the normal one, Cherry Crush, that one's my least favourite, but I still love it. And it's been my favourite drink for literally years. I'm so obsessed with it. The next one's a bit of a fun one. What is the most ridiculous nightmare that you've ever had? The most ridiculous one happened when I was actually a child. Not happened, like, I dreamt it when I was a child, and yet I still remember it. It was really random. It was just, we were at this, like, hall type place, like somewhere where you throw a party, like a kid's party, which there was a party on. I don't know whose it was meant to be for. It might have been my own, who knows. But yeah, so we were just in this hall, and then there was a little, so the room was like square, and then it had like a little gap there. It was bricked up like wall, but there was a car in that kind of space, and it was red. Never seen this car in my life, not gonna lie. So I went over to it, and my granddad was in there, as well as people I've like never seen before in the back. So I got in the passenger seat, and it was really random. And then they like started reversing back into the wall, and we like crashed against the wall. And then, so I was like, oh my gosh, like what the hell? And then I like put my hand out on the like little place that you can store things, can't remember what that's called. And then my granddad like picked it up and bit it, but when he bit my hand, he like turned into a frog, but like not an actual frog, like a paper mache big puppet frog that didn't look like a frog actually whatsoever. It was just kind of green with like a big mouth. Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know what meaning there is behind that, but it was random. And yeah, there you go. The next question is a bit of a random one again, but it's, what is the most ridiculous thing you believed as a child? So when I was obviously really, really young, I used like dummies and stuff. And like, I remember the day, I woke up randomly one day, went into my parents' bedroom, I think it was. It was either that or they were sat on the bathtub. I don't know. But I remember my mum just telling me, like, we're going to give your dummies away to the monkeys. And I was like, okay. But do I get to keep my, like, stuffed toy comforter, which I actually still have? I don't know where it is. But, yeah, and they were like, yeah, of course. But you don't get to keep your dummies. So I was like, okay. And then that day we went to the zoo. And apparently my mum went to this random man and was like, can you just pretend to take these and then give me this? And then I saw it happen, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I gave my dummies to the monkeys and they got me a gift to say thank you. I then opened the gift and it was a Tinkerbell DVD and we watched it later that day. And yeah, I always thought that it was a little fund, a little thing that was made up, and I didn't realise that it was just my mum doing it until literally, I think this year. I just thought it was a little, I didn't think I was actually giving it to the monkeys. Obviously I did at the time, but I genuinely thought that there was some type of like charity volunteer type thing that that you could give dummies to and you get something back from them. I don't know, but yeah, that random, very random. What book and what film do you wish you could watch for the first time again? I'll give you a few because I actually don't think I could pick just one. I watched Coraline's my favourite film, and I don't remember when I watched it for the first time because I've been watching it for that long. Literally watching it before I was conscious, probably. And it's literally my favourite film ever. Like, I know all the words, but I kind of wish I knew what it felt like the first time that I watched it. I remember when I was younger, I was quite scared of some of the scenes in there, but I also loved it at the same time. And it was really quite magical, like some of the scenes that, like, the other mother makes for Coraline, like this cinema type thing. No, not cinema. The, like, theatre and the circus and the garden and some of the food that she makes. I wish I could experience that for the first time again because I genuinely don't remember what it was like the first time. There's also other films, probably Stranger Things, I think. I watched that for the first time when I was 11. And I had a phase where I was obsessed with it for all of like a year. I had a whole edit account which I posted a lot of Stranger Things videos on there. It's still up, by the way. Not going to tell you the username because but yeah, I was so obsessed with it and I wish I could watch it for the first time again because the first time I watched it from the get-go, I was obsessed. And I also watched it with my family, and then I did that for season 4 as well, and now I'm doing it with season 5. I'm watching it with them, so it's really nice, other than when people are talking all the time and literally I can't hear anything, but it's fine. And then I think for book it would have to be, I low-key think that Keeping 13, maybe, because Binding 13 was good and I really enjoyed it, but I felt like that was just kind of an introduction to the bigger thing. Then when I read Keeping 13, that scene where it was like, okay, spoilers, but where like Johnny is getting them all out of the house and then he's like, he goes to Marie like, come with me, and she's like, no, I have to get them out of here. And then what happens to the house and like to them, I was crying, and then it just like changed my whole perspective on life for some reason. Like, I was like, oh my god, people, this is just fictional, but like some people are actually that sick to do things like that. And I think that just like kind of opened my eyes, and it was also just really sad. And then seeing the like grief afterwards with Shannon and stuff, oh no, it was great. I still haven't read the rest of the books though. Those are the only 2 I've read. But yeah, I think that's probably the one that I would read again if I could. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna say like 3 questions in one. Favourite song, favourite artist, favourite concert / concerts that I'm lined up to see. So my favourite song, such a hard question. I've got favourite songs in each like genre, so it's really hard to say. I love Love of My Life by Harry Styles. I love Fire and the Thud by Arctic Monkeys. Halley's Comet, Billie Eilish. Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. Oh, there's so many I could choose from though, do you know what I mean? I think for musical wise, it would be like Roaring On from Great Gatsby. Maybe I love Someone Gets Hurt from Mean Girls, the musical as well. I love Be Back Soon and Who Will Buy from Oliver. And Newsies, I love all of the song. I love The World Will Know, and I love Watch What Happens Reprise. Obviously, if you know, you know. And then favourite artists would be kind of similar to what I just said, kind of like Harry Styles, Billie Eilish, Arctic Monkeys, Pixies, the Beatles, The Cure, The Smiths. Obviously, One Direction, Niall Horan, Liam Payne, rest in peace. Louis Tomlinson, Zayn, I love all of them. I love Radiohead, actually. That's one I've been getting into recently. So yeah, I think that's my main kind of like favourite artist. Now for favourite concert, I've actually only ever been to one, which was Harry Styles, Wembley Night 2, for Love on Tour. I loved it so much. I was kind of near the back, so I didn't really get to see it, but just that whole experience, that vibe, listening to those songs. The reason I love Love of My Life so much by Harry Styles is because that was the song that he played for the first time ever, like, live, to, like, that night. And I cried the moment it came on. Literally broke out into sobs. It was literally so amazing to hear live. It made me realise, like, music is the love of my life. So, yeah. And then I have one concert lined up. Unless Harry Styles comes back or Billie Eilish comes back, I will be booking those, and Arctic Monkeys, and just all of the favourite artists I've said. But I have one concert lined up, which is Louis Tomlinson. I'm not going to say the date for privacy reasons. Just, like, don't want y'all knowing I'm there, you know. But, like, yeah, I'm going to see Louis Tomlinson, which I'm so excited about. And I'm so excited for his album to come out. I then have been to my kind of city's music festival, which is quite big. I've seen different artists there as well. I didn't really include it in concert, but, like, it kind of does count. And I've seen loads of different people there, like the Pixies, love them. Sugar Babes, when they came back. Sam Ryder, Sam Fender. I saw Tom Walker. I saw the Lightning Seeds, like, loads of people that are just so cool to see in real life. I saw those, and I literally love it. I might go back this year, but I don't really know a lot of the artists that are there this year, so maybe not. The last question that I'm going to answer is another basic one. What is your favourite animal? My favourite animal is a monkey. Obviously, why my parents decided to do the monkey thing, and it's just kind of stuck with me my whole life. I've just loved monkeys so much. I've been to, like, Monkey World before. That was amazing. And I literally, yeah, I love monkeys. And then this year, I showed in my Christmas haul, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it. But I also got given by my best friend a monkey, like, that she sewed and she made herself. And it's literally one of my favourite presents I've ever received. It's so good. And I've even got here, I got this in Tenerife, I believe. But yeah, it's just these little monkeys. And I'm obsessed. I'm so obsessed with monkeys. I literally love them so much. So I hope this gives you a little bit of, like, knowledge about me and my life. Obviously, it's not too much, and a lot of it were random questions. So if there are any questions that you want me to answer, then feel free to put them in the comments. Yeah, so there's a little bit more about me, and I really hope you enjoyed this video.